Hi, I am Nico, the Quantum Energy Facilitator. Oh, okay, and it's Boots to the Ground number 63. And I'm okay because what's it, collective consensus at the moment, okay, a majority are in fear. It can't be more plain than that. And fear comes on many different aspects, okay. Okay, how it affects us, obviously it can be like anxiety. It brings up so many different things. It does, like in the brain, I'm going to say, okay, the 100 monkey mind, okay. But what it actually does, because we've not been taught, okay, educated, okay, about our outer fields, okay. This is connected to the emotional and mental field, and that would be because we have fields going around our physical body, we do. And this, in a sense, the more lower, the more depressed, the more sadness, grief, and all that, the more you will get, in a sense, splits and tears and gaps within your field, okay? And this, in a sense, when you have all that going on, if you can imagine sort of like a solid egg and you've got a crack, okay, it basically, what it does, um, it allows lower entities, okay, to come into, in a sense, your sacral chakra, even your root chakra, it does, okay. And this is when, in a sense, they're in your chakra. So when your chakra is sort of like a little bit out of distortion, in your physical sense, okay, it will go up to your brain, and that is, in a sense, where everything starts going a little bit pear-shaped, when you can be doing things completely out of character. You can have fogginess. You can be hearing. Um, I'm going to say malevolent voices. Okay, you can literally be completely, I want to say, zoned out. Okay, and this is why it's also important, which I'm actually going to say here, because you've got the different types of medications out there, and I'm going to say, like, you've got cannabis and you've got like medications you get from whoever and whatever. Okay, it actually weakens your shield. It does. Okay, unless you're in a controlled environment. What I mean by that, if you're going to be doing stuff, say like for instance, if it was cannabis, okay, and you went on what was it, a shaman's retreat, then it would be a controlled environment, okay. But if you're willy-nilly just smoking it and you're walking out there, all of your crown chakra is open wide, okay, that's the top of your head, okay, so you're walking along and anything that's out there, okay, can jump in, and that is the truth. Okay, this is why it's important that we get back on our paths, if that makes any sense, and make sure we absolutely learn, relearn to clear our fields, to be in balance, okay, and to be grounded. It is. Um, there are some practitioners out there that are giving the information out there, and there's some that a little bit lazy. Okay. I did another fair. I did the weekend, and that was, to be totally honest, it was really nice, really, really nice. It was the vibrations were a lot more balanced. They were, but I did witness quite a lot of things. But I was only there as with spirit, with my spiritual team. I do have to go wherever I'm told, because it was about clearing more so the land. It was, but also witnessing other stuff where, in a sense, correction solutions need to be brought in. Okay, and this is right across the board. Okay, because it's so important with what's going on out there, and where so many are not, how can I say it, adhering, and being misguided and misled. I cannot be much more on the ball than that. Okay, for some reason, it is becoming for me very apparent for others, and very apparent on what's unfolding. And so I thought I'd actually talk about the emotional and the mental field, okay? Because it's consciousness. It is, the field is consciousness, and it's where, in a sense, it's been um, sort of like a little bit interfered with. It is, which can be corrected, and solutions are there, and that's the truth of it. And the fact is, at the moment, it's about whoever is becoming more aware, whoever is just awakening. Okay, it's getting the, the right solutions out there, and the right info out there. It is to, so everybody can do what they feel comfortable with. It is. It's everybody's individual choice, but my favourite saying is pain or ease and grace, and ease and grace for me is absolutely a must. It is. Um, Let me say my prayers. Let me. my team, in all fairness, have been marvelous, absolutely marvelous, and the information that's been sort of like coming forward, unfolding more and more. It's like, oh my goodness gracious me, it really, really is. But the information is so important for all, really. It is, and it's about sort of like becoming more aware of how the family dynamics work, how work works, and it's how humanity works, in a sense. It is, and it's ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge. In a sense, it's been sort of like released, in a sense, bit by bit, to assist and help you assist humanity. Full stop. It is. Anyway, oh, and we have many, many, helpers that are unseen. Okay, we really, really, really do. But obviously, if you're doing the inner work, then obviously you're at certain stages, I'm going to say, where you will hear, feel, and see, or you'd have all of it. You will, and you work with it, and you walk your path, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to, in a sense, in the 3D level, where it's all been. How can I say, we have to go through experiences, because that is part of our soul's growth. It is. But the other aspect is to find the correction and solutions to the issues that have been created down here for sovereign beings to work with the corrections and solutions, and also come to sort of like an awareness of why they've had to go through. Okay, and it could be just for their own soul's expansion, or it's to do with the collective soul's expansion, or it's to do with the family lineage, the ancestors. This is so big, but it's so authentic, and it's so real, and it's so true. It is. But it's bit by bit, it is. But it's also making you aware of you being responsible for yourself. Okay, but it's also making you aware of all the traumas and all the pains that you've experienced, but also giving you the why. It is. And that isn't, for me, that is the most um one of the most humbling experiences, is getting my answers to so many different things, to do with my family dynamics, to do with stuff that, in a sense, I experienced, that I did, previously, say 20, 30 years ago, but issues, ailments, all of it. And it's about correcting it. It is. But the much bigger picture is, so many out there have gone through so much on their path, and they've gone here, there, and everywhere to get the assistance and the support and whatever, and the guidance. A majority of it has been very misleading, misguiding. A majority of it is sort of like you've been tricked and tracked, okay, into believing you genuinely 100% have a problem, okay, when in actual fact, the problem is there for a reason, and it's been absolutely misinformed and misguided, and the help has always been there, and it's in the most unlikeliest places you would ever think, if that makes any sense, because everything has been separated and divided. It has. But anyway, let me just say the prayers, okay? I am my own presence, and I am one with all. I'm present of all humanity, and I'm present to every person on earth to stand in readiness to receive the light of Creator, being invoked on their behalf. I'm a peace commanding presence as I ask Father, Mother, Creator that I am presence of every person, the entire company of heaven, to envelope every person affected by any events in Creator's infinite light, hold one in an invincible force field of Creator's protection and divine comfort until every aspect of these events has been transmuted back into light. So shall it be, so shall it be, so shall it be. And I am you, you are me. I am one with all, be loved, be light, be divine in pure kindness, humbleness, peace, forgiveness. Be the cosmic child of Mother Earth. You are the cosmos in the human vessel. Reconnect to your divine heart. And that is 100% true. It is, because this is what, when I reconnected back to my Lemurian, how can I say it? In a sense, incarnation, because I got stuck and trapped. But when that was given to me, I felt it and I heard it and I spoke it. And that is the reality of, it's within us, it is. And it is within. Okay, it's within our heart. Okay, it's within our spirit, within our soul. It is because we are all divine sparks of Creator. We are. If you want to call Creator God, if you want to call Creator any other word, that is down to you. Okay, but it's, for me, Creator. Creator is love, divine love, and it is the highest celestial. It is. So, right. Now, what I was saying, okay, was about the mental and the emotional, okay, because the last 3 4 years, that is really has what been really played out and really affected so many on the globe. It has. Some are still experiencing it. Okay, some are literally going out their mind. I'm going to say that, going out their monkey mind. Okay, and that means, okay, that they've got lower attachments there. They have also. So this is so real. It is. And this is about clearing it out and neutralizing it and harmonizing it, okay? And in all fairness, it's working with your energy and it's working with elders, it is. And the fact is, okay, you can take natural homeopathic, you can, but the more that you get yourself into sort of like a bit of a regime, in a sense, of like a pattern, but I'm going to say a loving pattern here, okay? Like when you first get up, give yourself a few minutes to really come together. Breathing techniques, literally do a meditation and ground yourself in. Because in actual fact, once you've been asleep, your energy, in a sense, your essence, okay, your body's been having a physical rest, okay, but you've been off wandering in the astral, you have, or to whatever realm, that you wanted to attend, because you're free. Your energy is absolutely, you can go wherever, and link up and reconnect with elders. You can, your spiritual team, your loved ones, all of it, okay? But you don't remember, majority do not remember. Okay, sometimes you'll gently come back into your body as you awaken. Sometimes you'll thud back into your body when you're like that as you wake up. And it's about learning, in a sense, how to work with your essence. It is. It's like with ease and grace, like before you go to sleep, you can turn around and you can say to them, well, okay, I don't know where I'm going to be going right now, but I'm hoping it's in love and ease and grace, okay, and gratitude for my journey, and I can bring back, with permission, okay, knowledge that can assist and help me and also help humanity. Okay, and can you just make sure that my body is revitalized 100%, so that when I wake up, I've got a bit of a, my energy is like, oh yeah, I can go and do what I need to do, and then as the day unfolds, it will make sense. You can also say to yourself, I'd like to remember, okay, this is, it's just so big, it really, really is. Now, the reason that I've sort of like I'm talking about this, okay, because as I've explained in previous episodes, that's been sort of like really hidden, okay, and this is about you, as I've said to you, the positive and the negative. You've got light, you've got dark, okay, you got what was it, benevolent, you got malevolent, okay, and I was talking about malevolent beings because there's many different types there is, and this is about being aware of it, because once you're aware of it, it loses power. It does. And this is a thing, okay? I'm going to actually explain something to you that unfolded with me yesterday. And I was taking my little one out for a walk, I was, and this other dog wasn't on the lead. Suddenly it appeared, it was little Jack Russell, and I knew something wasn't right, and it had a brace on and everything, but I couldn't see any owner anywhere. Anyway, I went off and did what I needed to do with my walk. I didn't, I was coming back, and then all of a sudden, this same dog came back at such a speed, and it was snarling. It was like ready to go for my little one. Okay, and I immediately stood in front of it. I did. I literally pulled my little one behind me. I did, and I stood in front of it, and in no uncertain terms, I went, no, I did. And I pointed my finger, and I could feel my energy just expanding, and suddenly the dog he stopped, and he started to back off, he did, and he kept looking at me, and then he was looking at my little one, and I literally just turned, move, and next minute it just off, it run off, it did, because in one aspect, when I got with this little dog, was there was it was connected to its owner, it was, and there was a lot of anger, there was a lot of frustration within this dog, okay? But it was like the dog was not itself, if that makes any sense. But in one aspect, a little further, say a few minutes walking down, I saw the owner. And when I saw the owner, with this dog, okay, I understood exactly what was going on, okay, because the owner had an entity with them. They did, and this owner was not coming from a good place, okay. And I'm going to say this because they had an entity, an energy connected to them. It was the energy of the entity that was playing out, and what I saw was not good, okay. And the fact is, all I did was just literally blast with loads of love and light. It was. And just carried on walking. But literally, I was just bringing out my field and just bringing out more love and literally more light. Um, but the heads up to it was obviously my little one was safe, okay, and protected, but not just by me, but literally through my spiritual team, okay, in one aspect, okay, but in another aspect, I felt my field literally just expand. I did. And it was good. It was really, really good because it was making me aware of literally how my protection was in a sense up tenfold it was. But I was in this literally centered and grounded. I was, but it was like, what was it? My energy, in a sense, was literally just putting up that protection shield. Nothing was going to penetrate it. Okay. And this is what many who've been doing their inner work and literally getting to know themselves, okay, will be feeling all this and having experience similar to this, okay. And this is more, it's more they're just validation and more proof. It is. It's not just about meditating, okay? It's about knowing thyself. It is. And the more that you're actually doing what, like, you're doing your inner work, the more you're actually assisting, supporting others, because it's a ripple effect, and this can be going down to family lineage, it can ancestral, and also future progeny. This is the real McCoy. This is what's really been kept from all, in a sense. And I'm going to say now, what's happening is that, as it all sort of like reveals itself of how deep down the rabbit hole, I'm going to say, okay, of not, sort of like good intentions energies, I'm going to say, out there, okay, it's been made more apparent, okay, and a lot of people are going to go into fear. They are more fear. Okay, but the fact is, this is about correcting that fear and rebalancing it and harmonizing it, because all it is a thought pattern, okay, that can be neutralized, okay, where it can seem all big. The more that you're doing the work on yourselves, the more, in a sense, you actually transmute it. You can turn a big fear factor, okay, and literally take control, I'm going to say, and transmute it, and it's suddenly that fear will turn eventually. I've seen this happen, okay. It's like it goes smaller and smaller and smaller, like a ball, okay, and then it goes into a little pea, and it goes pop. And I've actually experienced that when I was in a scenario that was quite a violent scenario to do with an ex. And the fact is, when I stood in my own courage, and it was like when I literally, my energy, it just started to come in, and it's like the fear suddenly just it flowed out, it didn't, and it just turned literally into love. Okay, and I'm not talking about 3D love, divine light. And I literally stood in my courage, and the next minute, okay, when I actually stood up to this person, okay, and I saw who they really was, this attachment with them, and it was like, oh my god, it was. But in that brief moment, I transmuted what I needed to transmute, because from that moment on, I made it extremely clear it would never ever happen again, and it never did. But I took back my power. Okay, and that was in the domestic violence. Okay, so any domestic violence out there that's experienced it, I am actually telling you now, you have so much power inside you, okay, that you can heal yourself. Okay, you can take back your power, you can, okay, and you can transmute all that pain, you can, and release it. Release it and transmute it, neutralize it. These are just words, because this is the way it works. I'm trying to explain. It's like it's in you, it rises out, okay, and suddenly it's like the love is coming within you. You feel different. That's the best way I can say it. And you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It's like a milk bottle filling up. It is. And then all of this dense energy, because it's dense energy, okay, suddenly it's released from you, and then it gets transmuted, neutralized, and harmonized. And it does. Okay. And you do feel different. You really do. In that present moment in time, you feel so different. And then afterwards, you're sort of like, you are in a little bit of a loving shock, I want to say, that you've actually reclaimed back your power, because you've given your power away. And this is what, in situations like this, the other person, okay, has got attachments with them, okay. They're obviously in a lot of pain themselves, do not get me wrong, okay. But when they've got attachments, sometimes they do not realize it, sometimes they do. Okay, because it's feeding off energy, it is, and it wants to feed off fear, it does. And that's the way with the collective, it wants to feed off fear, all of this, what you called it out there, that wants to unsettle you and take your power, and they're feeding off it. That's it. And your fear is in your mental, it creates in your mental and your emotional field. So can you imagine all the fears that you've experienced, in a sense, from little to this point in time? You've got loads and loads of notches you have inside. You have, and this is what you're aiming to do, to actually harmonise and clear it all out. It is. So that in a sense your aura becomes more lighter, you become more vibrant, you do. What was it? You're more connected to your higher self, you are. And I mean, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. It is. And this is also in part and parcel, like with what's happened the last few years, okay, where they what was it? The low, I'm going to say the lower energies have interfered in every well, tried to interfere in families, tried to interfere um, with, you know, our children and stuff like that, okay, by what they've been trying to put into the system, okay, but in that can actually be released, okay, out of your fields, okay, and it can, without a shadow of a doubt, it can. So this is about really taking back, or rather reclaiming back parts, you know, from in mum's time up to the present moment in time, okay, and undoing all that needs to be, in a sense, undone, to harmonize it all, because it's about rebalancing. It's about really getting to know who you are, you divine spark of divine beautiful light within in here, okay, and starting to, in a sense, to was it create in your life what you want, okay. Don't get me wrong, you know, you have challenges, okay, but you learn how to maneuver around them, through them, or over them, okay, because in a sense we're in a play, I want to say, in one aspect, okay, but it is about healing all the suffering, the abuse, all the traumas, and transmuted it into love. It is, but being that love, okay, being that kindness, having that compassion, being that compassion, because the reality of all of this is we chose our missions, in a sense, you know, before we come down here, okay, and part of our purpose in one aspect, okay, is to sort of like fine tune our consciousness within our physical. I hope that makes sense, okay, but this is about, you know, everybody, we've got free will and we've got free choice, okay, but please do not think that you are here alone and there is no one there to help you, okay, because this is about reuniting, reconnecting back to family units, to work units, you know, a lot of things. It really, really is, okay. It's also I mean, like with my family, I can actually tell you my family is here, there, and everywhere, okay. And but the fact is, it's part and parcel of what um, they're meant to experience in one aspect, because it's part and parcel of patterns and programs that's travelled down the family lineage. But in a sense, I'm the one that's here to sort of like, what was it, harmonize it all, harmonize it, and just get the reconnections back at, you know, whenever it's required, okay. And that is the fact of it. It is, but what I can say to you is that nobody is alone, okay, because we have got our guides and our spiritual teams, okay. The fact is, it's about what's been going on in the 100 monkey mind, okay, and that has been created from little. It has. That's been created from family units. It's been created because families have been patterned and programmed in going over eons, okay, and also nurseries, schools, colleges, universities, work. If you look at the whole layout, okay, in the sense of, you know, from little to like the education aspect, there is not one aspect, not one thing there to help anybody in that school. Mind you, don't. I think they started to do meditation. But I'm hoping if they're doing meditations, they're clearing out the space for the kids. I'll tell you that now. Okay? Not just sticking on music and saying sit down and no, 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 no. You teach them properly. You do. And that's the truth of it. Because, we are all divine sovereign beings having a human experience. We are. And for school, you want the children to enjoy school. You don't want them to be fearful of exams and stuff like that. You want them to do the best and choose whatever they want to do. You do. You don't want them stressed out and all of that. No. Anyway, so I thought I'd do like a quickie one on this. And I hope it's made some sense to some out there, because right now it's about ease and grace in one aspect, okay? It is about awakening, but it's also about getting to know thyself. Best of all, a friendship with thyself. How about that? I think that's quite nice. But it's about really learning and reclaiming your tools, and it really, really is. And it's going to speed up more. It is. At the same time, this is about, going within, okay, but working with the right elders. It really, really is. Because at the end of the day, all I know is there's been a lot of interference right across the board, and there's many of us out there that are doing what we're here to do. We are, but we're also here to assist and support and have a happy life. And help those that genuinely authentically need it and require it, and also teach those, in a sense, and I'm going to say teach, if they don't know how to meditate, then we can give them guidance. We can, because it is about guidance. It is. And it's about being humble. It is. And it's about being of value. It is. It's not, where people at the moment don't feel valuable, they don't feel worthy, that they've gone down, what they've tried to do is put them down that spectrum where they're not honoured as sovereign beings, honoured for their work, honoured for all that they've tried to do to assist and help others, and they've been misled and misguided, and that's the truth of it. It is. At the moment, it's so important to really start being aware of the universal laws, not the man-made laws, okay? Because the man-made laws has caused nothing but harm and suffering, okay? And universal laws do not do that. They do not do that, okay? It doesn't do that, because it's about peace, it's about love, it's about being in unity. And it is being of in service, it is, but not the service they call down here slavery. I'll tell you that now. But yeah, I just really wanted to sort of like get it out there about the mental and the emotional, because there is help, there is assistance, okay, but it's also about untangling the patterns and the programs. It is, and it's thousands of patterns and programs, because it's been going on for eons and eons, and that's the truth of it. But it's about feeling vibrant, because each process that we go through individually, because we have to go through the processes of releasing and feeling it, we do. And it does get, sometimes it becomes quite challenging, but there are techniques how to work with it to make it much more ease and grace. There's words, there's commands, there is, and that's the truth of it. But the fact is, this is about, sometimes you get absolutely stuck and there's a block there, and you can't do it on your own. You have to go to an elder, you do, but you have to make sure that elder is doing the work. I'm being absolutely serious, and you'll feel that, you will know that there'll be no sort of like doubting Thomas or anything like that. You will just feel so connected. Oh my good gosh, because they're very, very powerful. Elders are very, very powerful beings, and that is the truth of it. But right now, it's I'm saying right now. It's like hallelujah, hallelujah. It's the trumpets are coming out. They're coming out. So if you suddenly you're hearing a trumpet, there ain't no trumpet there. That's your more validation. Okay, the unseen. Okay, trust me, they are around us, okay? And they are doing their bit, our spiritual teams are doing their bit to help and guide us, okay? But they can't do it for us and they won't interfere. We have to ask, and we have to ask for a heart centre. We do. And that is the truth of it. There's no willy nilly about it, okay? Because we're here to experience. We are. And we're here to be loved and literally have a wonderful life. We are, and we're here to heal whatever is required and harmonize it and assist and support others. And it's about forgiveness as well. It's about forgiving yourself. It is, and it's about your thoughts, how you think, and how you what was it, learning. It was like relearning in a sense to catch your thoughts. It is because you got good thoughts and you ain't you got nice thoughts, okay, and it's how to keep it sort of like really balanced, if that makes any sense, but where it's loving and it's loving and it's loving thoughts. Because if you knew how your thoughts work, half the people would literally turn it around straight away. They would turn it straight away. I don't want that. And that is the absolute truth of it, because we are divine beings having a human experience, and we have many gifts and many tools that we work with. We do. And it is about, reclaiming, because some people are not even aware of their abilities. They're not. I mean, I met this really lovely man, and at the holistic fair, and he's a natural healer, and he must have been in his 60s, and bless his cotton socks, he absolutely sends out loving divine light twice a day to the collective. He does. And the way that it's, I got talking to him, and his energy was so pure. It was so lovely. It was a breath of fresh air. It really was. And I just said to him, I said, "You are so needed. You are really so needed." And his name was John as well. I said to him, "You're so needed." I mean, he's doing his bit his way. He is. And the funny thing is, I mean, we're all doing it in different ways, we are, because it's like if we've got families and stuff like that, we have to work, sort of like really learn to master it, where literally, I mean, if we've got families, seriously, I mean, we really have to be sort of like doing our meditations, yoga, whatever, the moment we get up, because once the kids are up and all that, that's like, okay, so build yourself up so that the energy is all sort of like, it's smoothing and easing. It is, the day ahead, but not just for yourself, but also because it have a knock-on effect for your families, for your kids, it will. And this is what it's about. It is about uniting. It's about transmuting anything that's not coming from the light. It's about transmuting it. It is. And it's about putting your protection up. It is. And it's just, about really learning, or reconnecting back to your divine and doing whatever in processes you need to do, okay? So you're getting more vibrant and you're filling up your cup, in a sense, your body, and it's more light that's in, your essence is more in. It is, and the density, okay, has been absolutely released. It is bit by bit, and it's been transmuted. It is. We are in Harry Potter world. We are. Blessings. So I'm going to say love and light. I'm thinking tonight. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to be doing a rumble the next couple of days. I might do it in the morning. I'm not too sure. But I'm going to play it by ear because I've got a lot of I'm doing a lot of multitasking around. I've got to fit certain people in as well. I have. So right. So I have to say, okay, I'll come on sporadically. I will. And hopefully we can have a question and answer. And you got any questions, then on the Rumble. Yeah, that's the way I'll do it. I will, but definitely if you want to come on to, I'm on Telegram. And if you put, oh, which one is it? I'll put the link in underneath for the Telegram. I'll put the link in. Yeah, and just come on there if you want, and we'll see how it unfolds on there. So many blessings to all. Have a lovely, lovely evening. I will say this: there is someone out there. Okay, it's getting a lot of pain in the bottom of their head. Okay, and I do feel it's more a woman than a man. It is. And it's like the base. It's like I feel you definitely need to go and see like a healer. I don't know if it's a cranial. Sorry about that. A cranial healer. Sorry. Yeah, a cranial healer. Yeah, cranial, because I feel there's something going on in. It's out of balance. It is in the base. But anyway, I'm going to say love and light to all, okay, and many, many blessings, and we will catch up soon.